What?
Get those kids out of here, Nick. What did I tell you about bringing your friends in here this early in the morning?
Mom and friends, the TV.
Play with your friends outside. Come on, Nick. Get those kids out of here. Good. And none of you kids come back till later on this afternoon.
It wasn't my friends, it was Chuckles the Chipper Monkey.
Well, that's very comforting.
Boy, it's a terrible program now. It was much better when you were writing it.
When Sandberg and Faulkner quit, I quit. What kind of day is it outside?
It's a Monday.
I mean, warm or cold or sunny is what I
I
mean.
haven't been outside yet.
Can't see a thing. Not a damn thing. You know, no matter what time of the year or what season, we got a permanent fixture out here. Twilight in February.
You better call the weather lady like always.
Using a machine to call another machine. I do not enjoy the company of ghosts. Well, hello, weather lady. I'm fine. How's your nasal little self this morning? What's the weather? Hmm? Oh, that high. And the wind. Which way does the wind blow this morning? All the way to East Point and Block Island. And the humidity? Very nice. Oh, there you go again. How many times do I have to tell you once is enough? You simply must learn not to repeat yourself. You'll never learn. This is your neighbor speaking. I have never seen such a collection of dirty windows in my entire life. I'd like to see you all out here on your fire escapes with your Mr. Clean bottles. And let's snap it up.
You gotta shout like that every single morning.
Clears my head. What time is it?
It's 8:40.
What are you doing here? How come you're not in school?
It's a holiday. It's Irving R. Feldman's birthday, like you said.
Irving R. Feldman's birthday is my own personal national holiday. I did not open it up to the general public. He's the proprietor of perhaps the finest kosher delicatessen in this neighborhood, and as such, I hold the day of his birth in reverence.
You said you were not looking for work today because it was Irving R. Feldman's birthday, so I figured I'd celebrate too. A little.
Don't kid me, Nick. You know you're supposed to be in school. Thought you liked that damn genius school. Why the hell are you still here?
I figured I'd better stay home today until you got up. There's something I've got to discuss with you. See, because it's a special school for big brains, they watch you and take notes and make reports and smile a lot. And there's a psychologist who talks to you every single week. Each kid, separately, is the biggest smiler they got up there.
Because you got brains, they figure you must be nuts.
Anyway, we had show and tell time in the civility class on Monday. And each kid in the class is supposed to tell about some trip he took and show pictures.
Uh-huh.
Well, you remember when I made you take him to the El Bambino Club over on 52nd?
Nick, you showed and you told.
Turns out they're very square for your school. And sometimes in class when we have our Wednesday Free Association talk period, I sometimes quote you on different opinions.
That wasn't a good idea, Nick.
I didn't know there's such nervous people there, Murray. They're very nervous there. Then there's this composition I wrote, creative writing, about the advantages of unemployment insurance.
Why'd you write about that?
It was just on my mind. Then once they got my record out, they started to notice what they call significant data. Turns out they've been keeping this file on me for a long time. And check with that child welfare place. Same place you got those files from?
I never answer things I get from large organizations.
Anyway, when they come over here later, I figured
When
they'd
they come
say-
over here,
Yeah, this child welfare crowd. They want to take a look at our environment here.
well, that's very charming. Why didn't you tell me about this before, Nick?
Well, you know, the past couple nights we couldn't get together.
Well, that was unavoidable. You know that when I have work to do, you stay up at Mrs. Myers.
Murray, your work. Left your gloves here last night?
Oh, that's very bright.
Anyway, this child welfare crowd, I figure we better set up some kind of story before they get here.
You make it sound like a vice-raid kid.
I mean, for one thing, you don't even have a job right now, Murray.
Oh, I see. You want me to put on a show for him? Don't worry, kid. I'll snow him good.
I thought at least you can look in the papers for a job this morning before they get here.
I look every day.
Couldn't I at least read you from the Times, like last week? Why get dressed?
Yeah, okay, read me from the paper.
And then maybe you'll take a shave.
All right, all right.
Murray, this paper's 3 days old.
So what do you want me to do, bury it? Is it starting to rot or something? Read me from the paper.
But most of these jobs, somebody must have taken them already. But we'll go down and get a newer one.
Hey. We do not need a newer paper. All the really important jobs stay forever. So start on the first page of Help Wanted Mail and read me from the paper.
Okay. Adminis ex opti, $90. What's that?
Administrative assistant, excellent opportunity. Nothing, keep reading.
But $90 would be $90 more than nothing. Nothing's what you're making now.
Hey, have you ever considered being the first 12-year-old boy
But
in outer
$90.
space? You go be an administ ex opti. They need men like you. Read further.
Versatile Junior Traffic Manager, Industrial Representative Organization, $100 to $125. Call Mr. Schiffman.
Hello, Mr. Schiffman? I read your name in the New York Times, so I know you must be real. Sir, my name is Mandrake the Magician, and I'm a versatile junior, sir. I'd love to manage your traffic for you. You see, it's long been an ambition of mine to work in a pointless job with no future and a cretin like you as my boss.
But Murray, it says $125. That's a lot of money. You need to...
Just read the ads. No editorial comment, no personal recommendations. When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. Out of the mouths of babes comes drooling.
You said that last week, Murray. You don't want a job is the whole thing.
Would you please just concentrate on being a child? Because I find your imitation of an adult hopelessly inadequate.
You want to be your own boss. The trouble with that is you don't pay yourself anything. You don't pay yourself anything. That's a good line. I got to remember that.
That's what you said last week.
Look, Murray, can I speak to a man to man?
That was cute about a year ago, buddy, but that line has got to go.
Murray, I'm upset. For me as an actual child, the way you live in this house and the way we live is a dangerous thing for my later life when I become an actual person. An unemployed person like you are for so many months is definitely bad for you as the person involved. And it's definitely bad for me, who he lives with, in the same house. Your rent isn't paid for months sometimes. And I wish you'd get a job, Murray. Please.
I'm sorry, kid. You're right. You are. This is terrible.
You're not kidding.
Hey, Nick. You know when I said I was looking for work last week?
Yeah?
Well, I went to the movies. Every day in the afternoon.
Murray, you mean you
Now, don't give me any of that indignant crap. I happen to be admitting something to you here, and it's bad enough I should be discussing my adult problems with a grotesque cherub, without you giving me dirty looks on top of it. Hey, swell crowd in the movies on a weekday working afternoon. Nobody sits next to anybody else. Everybody there figures everybody else is a creep. All of them are right. Hey, have you ever been to the top of the Empire State Building?
Yes. 6 times with you in November?
Oh, really? Well, have you ever been to the top of the Statue of Liberty?
No.
Today is Irving R. Feldman's birthday. We
No,
will
Murray,
go to the
Murray.
top of the Statue of Liberty, and we'll stand there and watch the Queen
Murray.
Elizabeth come in, full of those poor, tired, starving masses yearning to breathe free.
Murray, why did you go to the movies in the middle of the
There's a window
You said you were looking
right
for
in her
work.
navel, and we'll look out.
What
We'll
is
see
it?
the
Were you
whole
really tired or what?
Well, see, last week I was going to go see your Uncle Lonnie and some of the other agents about writing for some of the new TV shows. I was on the subway.
I was on my way there. And I got off at 42nd Street and I went to the movies. You know, there are 11 movie houses on that street, Nick. It is movie land. It breathes that seductive, minty, carpety air, the inside of movie houses. Almost as irresistible to me as pastrami. Now the big question, as you approach the box office with the sun shining right down the middle of a working day, is whether everybody else going in is as embarrassed as you are. But once you're past the awkward stage, and have gotten your ticket torn by the old man inside, all doubts just go away. Because it's dark and inside is such a scene as to fracture the imagination of even a nut like yourself, Nick. Because it's damp and a little lovely, and nobody can see you. Inside, the dialogue is falling like rain on a roof. You're sitting there deep in front of the roaring, color, cinemascope, stereophonic, nerve-cooling, heart-warming, spine-tingling, perfect happy ending picture show. And there are men there with neat little mustaches who have shaved and shined their shoes and put on a tie even to come sit alone in the movies. And there are nearsighted, cute pink ladies eating secret caramels. And very old men who sleep. And the ushers, who, buddy, you are not full of these boys. They know you're not there because you're waiting for a train, or you're on vacation, or you work a night job. They know you're there to see the movie. It's the business purpose of your day. And they give you their sneaky little smile to show you they know. So the moral question here is this. When one is faced with life in the bare-assed, job-hunting raw on one hand, and 11 50-cent double features on the other, what is the mature, sensible, mentally healthy step to take?
What's wrong, Ray?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hey, Murray, you okay? Hey, let's go see the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, kid. All right. See who that is.
Hello, young man. I am Mr. Amundsen. This is Miss Markowitz. We would like to speak to your uncle.
Well, I don't know if he's in,
Isn't
Ray.
he in?
Hello?
How do you do? Mr. Burns? Miss Markowitz and I are a social service unit assigned to the New York Bureau of Child Welfare. We've been asked by the Bureau to... may we come in?
Certainly. Oh,
We, Miss Markowitz and I, have been asked by the BCW to investigate and examine certain pupils of the Revere School. There's certain information which the school and the city would like to have regarding young Nicholas. I'd like to explain just why we're here.
Would anybody like some coffee?
Why, yes, thank you, Nicholas. Miss Markowitz?
Yes, thank you.
Watch it.
Mr. Burns, it might be best if you sent the child downstairs to play or something while we have our discussion. Your case is,
our case? I didn't even know we were a case.
We do have a file on certain students of Revere.
So we're on file somewhere, huh? Well, tell me, are we a big fat file or just a little teeny file?
Due to the fact that you've chosen not to answer our letters and several of our phone calls, there are many areas in which the file is incomplete. Certain questions which... Mr. Burns, it might be better if the child went outside while we have our discussion.
You gonna talk dirty?
It would be more advisable for the child not to be present, since Miss Markowitz, who will be discussing the psychological area, that is, we will be discussing
Feeling
certain
cheer for
matters...
everyone?
Yes, thank you, Nicholas. Mr. Burns, it's going to be awkward with the child...
Miss
present.
Markowitz, may I know your first name?
Sandra?
And you are the psychologist part of the team, Sandy.
That's right, Mr. Burns.
And You, I take it, are the brawn of the outfit.
Perhaps I should explain, Mr. Burns, that the social service teams which serve Revere School are a carefully planned balance of social caseworker, such as myself, and psychological social worker, such as Miss Markowitz, or actually, Dr. Markowitz. Mr. Burns, it's not easy to define those elements, those influences and problems which go into the makeup of a young boy.
Well, I thought it was all frogs and snails and puppy dog tails.
I appreciate the informality with which
Is the
you
coffee
approach
any
this
good?
interview. Yes, very good. Thank you, Nicholas.
Very nice, Nicholas. Are you drinking coffee? Don't you think it'd be better
No,
to have
milk.
some-
I like to drink it from a cup.
Now, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Well, if you'll try it in here.
Sometimes I put his milk in a shot glass. Now, it's really better for getting him to drink it than adding chocolate syrup.
Mr. Burns, Mr. Ammons and I have several cases to examine today, and we'd appreciate a certain amount of cooperation.
East Bronx, Mosholu Parkway.
With a couple years, maybe Massachusetts.
No Massachusetts at all.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
Oh,
what
excuse me,
about
Nick
the
and I were just testing our sense of voice and accent. Nick here insists he's better at it than I am.
Well, actually, the Bronx is right, but it's Grand Concourse.
Massachusetts thing, though, way off, right?
As a matter of fact, I did take my graduate work with a professor, a man with a very strong New England accent, who could have very well influenced my speech. Nick is quite right.
Thank you, lady.
You certainly have a fine ear for sound, Nick. Do you and your uncle play many of these sorts of games together?
Oh, yes, we play many wholesome, constructive type games together.
You're a big phony, Nick. Miss Markowitz here has lovely hazel eyes that have read many case histories and are ever watchful, and even clever little boys are not going to snow her. This lady's here for the facts.
Quite so, Mr. Burns. But facts alone cannot complete our investigation.
Newark.
We wish to understand...
Maybe Jersey City. A little bit of Chicago.
That is really quite remarkable, Nick. Albert, Mr. Amundsen is from Chicago, and he did say...
This is really
a
quite
legitimate-
beside the point, Sandra.
But Albert, I just think it's
Suppose
quite
I
remarkable.
just plunge
that
right
his
in here
ability to-
before Dr. Markowitz.
Honeydew melon is in season again, Murray, but it's not ripe. You're probably gonna... I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company. See you, Mickey.
Yeah, see you, Barney.
There's somebody else living here with you?
Oh, no, that's my brother. He brings fruit by every morning on the way to the office. He's a fruit nut.
Ah, yes, I see here in our files that our research team spoke to your brother. Your agent, I believe. We also called the people at your last business address, NBC.
You really do a lot of that stuff, don't you? Calling people, going into my personal
You've
life.
refused for quite some time, Mr. Burns, to answer any of our regular inquiries. We understand that you have been unemployed at this point for nearly 5 months.
He has an excellent opportunity of being an administrative assistant.
Other than your activities as a freelance scriptwriter, I understand that you wrote regularly for an NBC program for several years.
I was chief writer for Leo Herman, better known as Chuckles the Chipmunk. Friend of the young'uns and seller of Chuckle Chips. The chips your friend Chuckles loves to eat at Chuckle.
And the circumstances under which you left the
I
employment.
quit.
You felt this was not the work you
I
needed
felt
to...
I was not reaching all the boys and girls out there in television. Well, actually, it wasn't that I wasn't reaching the boys and girls. The boys and girls were starting to reach me. 6 months ago, a perfectly adult bartender asked me if I wanted an onion in my martini. And I answered,
Gosh and goings, you betcha.
I knew it was time to quit.
May I ask, is this a pattern? That is, has there been much shifting of position?
Oh, I always take an onion in my martini. It's one of the constant
Mr. Burns,
unswerving
perhaps you're unaware of just how serious the situation is here. This entire matter is of intense interest to the BCW. The circumstances
Our
of this child's
investigation,
environment
Mr. Burns, is the result of what the Bureau considers to be an almost emergency
He just
situation.
likes to kid around, lady. But see, we really have a terrific environment here.
Hey, relax, kid. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll answer your questions.
Suppose, Miss Markowitz, you pursue your particular matters at this point.
Fine. Nikki, suppose you and I have a little chat right here.
Fine, I was just going to suggest that myself.
Nick, I bet you love to come home after you've been out and played and you get tired. You say to yourself, gee, I'd like to go home now.
Yeah, sure, and I'm happier too. Boy, if you think I'm happy now, you should see when I'm really happy.
He's on to you, honey. You're going to have to be a whole lot foxier than that.
And I bet that you and your uncle have a great deal of fun together.
Oh, it's not all that.
Oh, I'm sure there are times when the fun stops and, well, you have nice talks and your uncle teaches you and
I
helps
can do a
you.
terrific Peter Lorre imitation. Murray
Mickey,
taught you.
Miss Markowitz means you and your
I didn't
uncle
do what I
must
told you,
sometimes...
and I limited. It's not my knife. It's all a mistake.
Mickey, that's not what we
Hey,
meant.
what's the trouble here? That happens to be a great Peter Lorre.
Perhaps, but we are trying to
Albert,
conduct...
can you imitate Peter Lorre?
I can do a pretty good James Cagney, too. I mean, it's not terrific like my Peter Lorre, but it's pretty
Nicholas,
good.
please, try to pay attention. Now, if I may proceed...
Nick, Albert, if you'll just let me handle this area. Nick, let's talk about games, okay?
Okay.
Now, what are your most favorite kinds of games?
Most I like healthy and constructive and extremely educational games. Murray helps me create my natural inquiring mind.
Well, I wonder, Nick, do you have any favorite games or toys that you'd like to show me? Well, some plaything that is just your most favorite one of all.
I just now threw in my National Geographics and other educational type.
Mickey,
I have a whole
Miss
collection of them.
Markowitz is very interested in you and cares about you and everything. And I'm sure if you brought out some of your favorite toys and playthings for her to see, she would love them just as much as you do.
With his bubbles.
Oh, I don't think you'd be interested in seeing Bubbles. You see, Bubbles
Bubbles
is...
is what you call an electric statue. It has a battery timer there that makes it go on and off like that.
Nick, is this your favorite toy?
Well, after a while it gets pretty boring, but it's a swell gimmick. There's another one that stores even better. It has a little...
Yeah, can I get anybody any orange juice, a toast, or anything?
Nick, tell me, do you like best the fact that the chest of the lady lights up?
You gotta admit, you don't see movies like that every day. You want to see effect when the lights out when the room's dark.
Tell me, Nick, is that what you like best about it, that you could be alone in the dark with it?
I don't know, but in the dark, it really knocks your eye out.
Perhaps we could turn off the...
Nick, does Bubbles, does she in any way, does her face remind you at all of old memories? See, your mother, for example.
No. I mean, just a statue. It's not a doll but I know or anything. I got it in a store downtown.
Her chest, is that something?
That's
which
something,
you-
all right, isn't it?
Nicky, when you think of your mother,
I
do
don't
you...
think of her very much.
Well, when you do think of her, do you remember her face best, or her hands, or her...
I think she had a terrific laugh. She had the kind of laugh when she laughed to make you laugh, too. Of course, she over does it a lot.
Nick, I mean physically, when you think of your mother. Well, when you see Bubbles, and Bubbles goes on and off like that...
Sandy, his mother's chest did not light up. Let's get that straight right now. Albert, mark that down in your file.
Nick, could you mind turning those off, it off, turn her off, unplug it?
Nick, when you bought this doll, perhaps you might not have been known, but...
Sandra, let me save you a lot of time here. Nick's a pretty bright kid. He knows boys are not girls. Right now, his interest in ladies is confined to ones that light up or don't light up.
Most are like healthy and educational and extremely constructive games, yeah.
Don't push it, kid. He does not have any unusual fixations, Sandy. He's no more abnormally interested in your bust than Mr. Amundsen is.
Mr. Burns, it is not
Of
necessary
course, I could be wrong about that.
Our interest in that doll is...
You really are interested in that doll, aren't you, Albert?
I'll sell it to you for $2. That's 50 cents less than I paid for it.
Sandra, I fail to see
just
any
that-
humor.
It's funny, Albert.
Suppose I pursue then the psychological part of this
Excuse me,
examination.
Albert, but I really feel it would be better if I were to continue with the psychological area. This is...
Albert, the lady was only laughing because something funny happened. It's actually the best thing to do under the circumstances. Hey, how would you two like to go with me to the Statue of Liberty? I have it on the highest authority from the weather lady that today's a beautiful day.
Isn't it all possible, Mr. Burns, for you to stick to
Albert,
the point?
You know, I think you'd make Sandy a lot happier if you'd take her somewhere once in a while. Doesn't have to be the Statue of Liberty. Actually,
My
any place-
relationship with Dr. Markowitz is of no concern
Well,
to this.
obviously there's some relationship. Well, Nick asked if we wanted cream and sugar in our coffee a while ago. Albert, you answered for Sandy.
This entire interview, Mr. Burns,
I'm
has
gonna go to my
reached a point-
educational books. I'm nothing out on the street.
This entire interview, Mr. Burns, has reached a
Mr.
point
Burns,
at which...
I think I must apologize.
Damn it! Sandra, don't interrupt me.
Albert, for goodness sakes, you don't have to
Perhaps
talk to me like
would you
that.
excuse us for just a moment? I'd like to have a short conference with Sandra, Miss Dr. Markowitz, what are you doing? And we've lost all professional control.
Are you seriously talking to me about control?
Dear, I told you and I told Dr. Malco it's much too soon for you to be out on cases. You need another year in the office. Behind the lines,
Albert!
you're simply not ready.
You hardly let me get started, Albert. I was attempting to deal with the whole entire child.
3 months out of grad school, and you want to go right to the front lines. Not advisable.
Oh, don't you think this is rather stupid and unprofessional? Right here in front of him, you decide to have a
A
conference.
necessity. I am supposedly the leader of our
Oh,
family.
really?
You get too involved, Sandra. You get emotionally
You make me
involved.
sick today, Albert. This is no way to handle this man's probably needs our help. You can't do this.
Oh, fine. Well, fine. That's fine. Hey,
How are we doing? You know, I don't think we're going to be able to work your problems out.
But I'm really glad you came to see me today, because I think I can help. You know, Albert, Sandy's not going to respect you because you holler at her. Respect can only come gradually, naturally, through a maturing process.
Mr. Burns.
Sandy, I bet he's got a file on you.
Mr. Burns, according to the BCW, the child's continuance in your home is in serious and immediate doubt. I am trying to encourage your cooperation. Aren't you at all willing to answer some questions, to give some evidence in your favor for our report? Some evidence to support your competency as a guardian. The board is thoroughly aware that Nicholas is not legally adopted.
He's my nephew. He's staying with me for a while.
And how long has he been here?
7 years.
So you see, the Child Welfare Board has, I assure you, the right to
Buddy,
question.
you don't assure me of anything. You make me damn nervous. You mean to tell me that 4 years at NYU has made you my judge? Okay. Look, I'm sorry. I'll answer your questions. I'll be cooperative.
Nicholas's father, where is he?
That's not a where question, that's a who question.
I don't quite follow you, Mr.
My
Burns.
sister, Nick's mother, she didn't quite either.
Is she still living?
My sister is unquestionably alive.
But a responsibility to the child.
Well, for 5 years, she did everything she could for Nick, except get married. This is not easy to understand because she used to get married to everybody. But somehow, having Nick matured her, she felt a responsibility to the child not to get married to just anybody anymore. So she didn't marry Nick's father, nor was she married when he was born. You might call Nick a bastard, or a little bastard, depending on how whimsical you feel at the moment. Is that the sort of information you wanted? Ah, this situation is a social worker's paradise. What a case history, huh? My sister Elaine showed up here one day with 2 suitcases, a hat box, a blue parakeet, a dead goldfish, and a 5-year-old child. Now, 3 days later, she went downstairs to buy a pack of Bilter-Tip cigarettes. 6 years later, she showed up for her suitcases and the hat box. The parakeet I'd given away, the goldfish I had long since flushed down the toilet, and the 5-year-old child had, with very little effort, become 6 years older. Now, when Elaine returned for her luggage, I reminded her of the child and the Bilter-Tip cigarettes, and proceeded to suggest this was perhaps the longest-running practical joke in recent history. She was accompanied by a tall chap with sunglasses who was born to be her 5th divorce, and who tried to start a small conversation with her. Well, at this point, I slapped my sister. 5th divorce slugged me. Sister started crying and stopped quite suddenly and proceeded to explain to me briefly her well-practiced theory on the meaning of life, a philosophy falling somewhere to the left of whoopee. Well, at this point, I remember I started laughing. And then we all laughed and said goodbye like people at the end of a long party. That was a year ago. I've still got Nick.
But I'm sure she must have some concern for the child, the Nicholas.
His name is not Nicholas. Oh, I'll admit that's the one he stayed with the longest. No, he was billed for almost 8 months, I guess.
Well, I'm sure on his birth certificate... his
Certainly an
name-
elusive document.
My sister, not having given Nick a last name, felt rather reticent about assigning him a first one. Now, when Nick first came here, this presented real difficulty. He answered to nothing whatsoever. I mean, even the parakeet recognized its own name. Nick only knew I was calling him when he was positive there was no one else in the room.
Well, how did you communicate with him?
Well, when he was 6 years old, up to which time he was known rather casually as Chubby, I made a deal with him that he could try out any name he wished, for however long he wished, until his 13th birthday, at which point he'd have to decide which name he liked permanently. He went through a long series of dog names when he was still little. Rover and King having a real vogue there for a while. For 3 months he referred to himself as Big Sam. Then there was Little Max, Snoopy, Chip, Rock, Rex, Mike, Marty, Lamont, Chevrolet, Wyatt, Nancy, Fred, Phil, Woodrow, Lefty, the Phantom. Last year he received his library card in the name of Raphael Sabatini. His Cub Scout membership lists him as Barry Fitzgerald. And only last week a friend of his called up, wanted to know if Toulouse could come over to his house. Oh, I think Nick would be the one he stays with, though.
His mother.
His mother, when last heard, was studying mime in Paris, having been given a sort of scholarship by a 22-year-old handbag heir named Myron, who seems to believe strongly in the development of talent in student exchange. I don't believe I left anything out.
I was not aware that Nick was an OW child.
O.W.?
Out of wedlock.
Oh, phew, I thought you meant prisoner of war. Albert, you know, I think it's that natural warmth of yours that causes me to misunderstand.
But as concerns the child, Mr. Burns, where is the child?
Well, you prefer not to have him here anyway,
I'm
Albert.
perfectly aware, Sandra, of what I prefer and what I do not prefer.
I don't care for that tone of voice at all, Albert.
I understand perfectly what has happened here. We have allowed this man to disturb us, and we have both gotten a bit upset. Now, I really do feel it's time we got over to the family problem in Queens. The Ledbetters, the introverted child, it's there in your files. We've really given an unreasonable amount of time to this case. This interview, Mr. Burns, I'm
Albert,
afraid, has reached a point at which...
Albert! I personally feel it would not be advisable to
We
leave
have
this
done
particular
here
case
this morning
at this point.
all we can possibly
I
do.
feel we've not really given Mr. Burns a chance
It's
to...
really time we left for Queens.
Here's the Ledbetter file. I'm staying here.
Sandra!
I've decided to pursue this case.
Sandra, have we lost all professional control?
You just go yourself to the lead bellies. You go on to Queens.
May I talk to you for just a moment?
I'm out the signals again?
What is this, dear? What has happened to you today? What are you doing?
I'm doing what I think is right.
I know how you feel, but there is no more we can do here.
I just don't understand your behavior when we're on a case, Albert. We're supposed to be some help here. This man needs our
Of
help.
course I want to help, but don't forget, it is a child who needs our protection, who
Are
needs
you
our
really going to leave
intervention.
this man here like that? You're not even going to try and help him or tell him what to do about the board separating him from the child? I mean, just so cold.
Dear, you spent much too much time at that graduate school and not enough time in the
Oh,
field.
really?
You've got to
Albert,
learn
I
your
was
job,
joking in
Sandra.
that
That's
nonsense.
your whole trouble.
Albert, graduate school wouldn't have done you any harm.
Dear,
Believe me.
this is not the time or the place for...
This is the most terrible thing. You mean you're just going to leave? You know what you are? You are a... Oh, I don't know, but I think it's something...
Mr. Burns! Mr. Burns! Mr. Burns, you can assume at this point that Miss Markowitz is no longer involved with your case. The board will be informed that she is no longer involved with this particular case. Her continuing here to discuss your case at this point is entirely unofficial. You can dismiss any conference which may resume after I leave, when I leave here, from your mind. And regardless of what you think of me, Mr. Burns,
I think you're a dirty O.W.
and you know what you are? Maladjusted. Good day, Mr. Burns. Good day, Sandra.
Good day, Mr. Emerson. Watch out crossing the street.
Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns, I must apologize to you. You've been put at a disadvantage this morning. You've been involved in a personal problem which has nothing to do whatsoever with your particular case. It's entirely wrong for me to give you this impression about profession. You know what? I just lost my job. Oh, he's right, you know, I'm not suited for my work. I get too involved. That's what he's saying, and he's right. Oh, please don't stand there. You have to stand right there. Please turn around and go away. Stop. Billy, you have to talk to me like that. This is only the first week we've ever gone on cases together, and I didn't think he'd talk to me like that. No way. Why don't I have anybody clean it? Thank you. You know, even two fellowships, it still costs me. I mean, my parents mostly, well, it cost me $7,247 for me to go through school. I was the 8th youngest person to graduate from New York State last year, and I can't stop crying. Oh, I know, maybe if I hurry, Mr. Burns, if I took a cab, I could still meet him in Queens.
Oh, you can't.
This whole thing.
Queens is closed. Closed for the season.
You know what? I hate the Ledbetters!
I'm sure once I got to know him, I'd hate him too.
Mr. Burns, you don't understand. Some of the cases I love them, and some of them I hate, and that's all wrong for my work, but I can't help it. I hate Raymond Ledbetter. He makes me sick, and he's only 9 years old, and I get scared.
You can't like everybody in your files.
Some of them I like too much. I worry about them all day. It's an obvious conflict against all professional standards. I didn't like Raymond Ledbetter, so I tried to understand him, and well, now I understand him. I hate him.
I think that's wonderful. Can I get you a cup of coffee?
Mr. Burns, he's gone to Queens. I'll never hear from him again. I brought out my married name last night on a paper napkin to see what it would look like. Mrs. Albert Amundsen. You know what I think I am? I think I'm crazy.
Well, then I can talk to you.
We were going to get married. It was all planned. Mrs. Albert Amundsen on the napkin. You really have to understand, Albert, he's really a very nice person when he's not on cases. He's really a very intelligent man. But last month I fell asleep twice while he was talking. Please don't look at me. Please go away.
But I live here.
I just wish everybody would go away.
Can I get you a pastrami sandwich?
I don't even know you. I'm crying right in front of you.
Just think of it as show and tell time.
The minute I got out of school, I wanted to go right back inside. Albert is gone and I just lost my job.
Listen, you really are going to have to stop crying because I'm starting to lose my mind.
But I cry all the time. I laugh in all the wrong places. The movies, I can't do anything right. I'm unsuited for my profession. Last night, I burned an entire chicken. And after 7 years of school, I can't work. I got no place to go. To burn an entire chicken.
Listen, if I do my Peter Lorre imitation, will you stop crying?
Oh my God, now look what I've done. I've burned on one of my files. The ink is running
wasn't me. I didn't kill Mrs. Marmalade. It was my knife, but I didn't do it. Honest, I didn't do it.
That's an awful imitation, Mr. Benny.
Just take it all.
There, progress. Can I get you a cup of coffee, a pastrami sandwich or something?
No, thank you. Mr. Burns, this is the most unprofessional experience I've ever had.
Miss Markowitz, there are two kinds of people in this world. People who like delicatessen and people who don't like delicatessen. Now, a man who is not moved by the earthy lyricism of hot pastrami, the pungent fantasy of corned beef, pickles, frankfurters, the great lusty impertinence of good mustard, is a man of stone and without heart. Now, Albert, obviously not a lover of delicatessen, and you're well rid of him.
But what am I going to do? This is an awful day.
Oh, this is a beautiful day, Miss Markowitz, and I'll tell you why. You really are a cute, jolly lady. And you're well rid of Albert. You've been given the rare opportunity to return the unused portion of your merchandise and have your money refunded.
But what am I going to do? My work, I need to work.
You're a lover, Dr. Markowitz. A lover of things and of people, so you picked work where you could get to as many of them as possible. Only it turned out there are just too many of them, and too much that moves you. Damn it, be glad you're not reasonable and sensible. Have all the gratitude you can that you're capable of joy and embarrassment, and are a marathon crier.
It is kind of a relief that it's gone, the job, and even Albert. But I know what it is. It's just irresponsible. I don't have the biggest idea who I am.
Well, it's just that there's all these Sandras running around inside, and it's confusing at first. Fantastic, like a Chinese fire drill. But goddamn, isn't it great to find out how many Sandras there are? It's like those cars in the circus. You know, the little red one comes out and putters around, and all of a sudden the doors pop open, and out come 1,000 clowns, whooping and hollering and raising hell.
What's this?
It's my undershirt. Hey, how would you like to go to the top of the Empire State Building with me?
I'll have that coffee now.
You didn't answer my question. How would you like to go to the top of the Empire State Building with me?
Oh, no, thank you.
Then how about the zoo?
No, not just now.
Then will you marry me?
What?
Just a bit of shock treatment. I found after long experience it's the best way to get a woman's attention when her mind wanders. Always works.
Mr. Burns?
You may not call me Mr. Burns now that you've cried in front of me. Same rule applies for laughing. My name's Murray.
Murray, you really are in trouble with the welfare board. No, they really could take Nick away from you. But there's something that you could do to make your case a little stronger for when you could clear
Debbie, you realize you're not wearing your shoes?
Oh.
Well, here I am with all my favorite books. Fun in the Rain, The Young Rail Rider, Great Philosophers, Science Views, and a Spanish dictionary. See, what I do is I left them on the street when I was playing. And I went down to get the...
You just blew a month's allowance for nothing. Miss Markowitz here isn't even on our case anymore.
I shouldn't have left. You got angry and insulted everybody.
Don't worry about it, kid. We'll figure something out.
$4 right out the window. You know, I really do read educational books, and I am encouraging my household to think.
I'm sure you are, Nick, but, well, I'm not in any position to do you much official good anymore.
We're in real trouble now, right? I figured it would happen. got angry
Hey,
and
Nick, we got a guest.
kicked
On
on
Music
Murray,
Club.
no.
We gotta play a song. Oh, I'm sure it'll be requested.
Murray, oh, Murray, come on, stop it, Murray. It's
Come
no
on,
time
Nick.
to sing songs.
Where's your professional attitude? Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Yes, ma'am, we've decided. No, ma'am, we won't hide it. Yes, ma'am, you're invited now. Hard work here. By the way, when we reach the preacher will say, what are we gonna say, Nick? Yes, say, that's my baby, no, sir. I don't mean maybe, yes, sir. That's my baby now.
Oh, see you around, lady.
Where you up to, Nick?
Oh, I'm gonna leave my stuff with Mrs. Myers. I figured I'd be staying over there tonight.
That's my baby, no, sir. I don't mean maybe, yes, sir. That's my baby Is this somebody with good news or money? No? Goodbye. It's always the voices you hear like that at 8 a.m. Maniacs. Hello, weather lady. I'm fine. How are you this morning? What's the weather? Huh? I don't know, only a chance of showers. What is that? Yeah, there you go again. A chance of showers. National Weather Service forecast for New York City and vicinity. 8 a.m. temperature, 65 degrees. Somewhat cooler in the suburbs. Cloudy later on this afternoon with a chance of He hung up. Fool, that's probably the most informative phone call he'll make all day.
Neighbors, I have an announcement for you. Something must be done about these garbage cans in the alley here. This is definitely second-rate garbage. Now, by next week, I want to see a better class of garbage here. More empty champagne bottles and caviar cans. Now let's snap it up and get on the ball.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine this morning. How are you?
I'm fine also. Do you have a bathrobe?
Yes, I have a bathrobe.
May I have your bathrobe, please?
I'll get you next. It'll fit you better.
That seems like a good idea. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 8:15, and there's a chance of showers.
Well, how long have you been up?
A little while,
Why didn't you wake me?
because you were smiling. How does the bathrobe fit?
The bathrobe fits fine, but, did you happen to see my clothes?
Yeah, they're in the bathroom. Shall I get them?
Oh, no, thank you. I'll get them. This is not the bathroom. This is the kitchen.
Well, if it was the bathroom, then this would be an extreme version of an efficiency apartment. Here's your clothes, and a toothbrush and some toothpaste.
Thank you.
Sandy, is everything all right?
What?
I said, is everything all right?
Yes? I'm using it after your toothpaste.
It's okay. There's soap by the sink.
I found the soap.
Good.
It was right by the sink.
Hey, listen, suppose we broaden this discussion
When
to...
I came in.
Good morning, Murray.
Good morning, Arnold.
Murray, Chuckles called me again yesterday. I told him I would talk to you. And Jimmy Sloan is in from the coast. He's putting a new piano show package together.
Bonnie, you have many successful clients.
Yeah, I know, but Murray...
With all these successful people, where are all our new young failures
Yeah,
going to
but
come
Murray, the
from?
people that I saw here yesterday were from the welfare board, right? I didn't warn you?
Don't worry about it, Arnold. Everything is fine.
Don't worry about it. The welfare board people do not kid around.
Bonnie, I don't mind you coming here every morning with fruit if you keep quiet. But you bring a word with every apple. Everything is fine. You'll be late for the office.
Is Nikki all right?
It's fine.
Okay. Bye, Murray.
See you later. Hey, there's coffee left over in the pot from last night if you want to warm it up.
How are you this place?
Good. There's cups over the sink, too.
I found the cup.
Do you think you'll be coming out soon?
Yes? I think so. Cream and sugar in your coffee?
Yes, thank you.
Murray,
Yes?
I'm coming out now.
Good.
I'm all finished in here, so I'm coming out now.
It's very good.
Well, here I am. You know, yesterday was the first time I've ever been to the Statue of Liberty. You know, it's funny how you could live in a city for so long and never visit one of its most fascinating sights.
Yeah, that is funny. This coffee's not too bad for yesterday's coffee.
No, this coffee's quite good for yesterday's coffee. What kind of coffee is it?
I believe it's Chase and Sanborn coffee.
Oh, good to the last drop. Isn't that what they say?
No, I think that was Maxwell's.
Oh.
Chase and Sanborn had the one about the ingredients. Mona Zali's for Melvinus.
Oh, they used to sponsor Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy on the radio.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And Mona Zali's for Melanis. I remember. That's right. I have to leave now.
Oh?
Yes, I have to be on my way.
Don't forget your files. Right there.
Kyle. Well, goodbye, Murray.
Goodbye, Sandra.
Goodbye.
ready to kill you.
Well, what happened? I was waiting for you to say something. Why didn't you say something or kiss me or something?
I was waiting for you.
I didn't know what was going on. Oh, Murray, don't let me go.
I was just putting my coffee cup down.
Don't let me go, Murray. Murray, I thought about it and I probably love you.
It's very romantic. Probably love you too. You know, you have very small feet. Yesterday I thought you had 4 toes. I thought you were a freak or something. But I woke up in the middle of the night and I counted them. There were 5.
I could have told you that.
You know, you knocked down maybe 7 boxes of Cracker Jacks yesterday. You are 12 years old, lady. You sleep with the blanket tucked up under your chin like a napkin? When you were talking about the coffee there, I was about ready to throw you out the window. Except there'd be no place for you to land but the Chinese restaurant downstairs.
You live above a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, but it's been closed for months now.
You live above an abandoned Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. You know what? I didn't go to work this morning and I can't tell you how fantastic that makes me feel. I am not going to do a lot of things anymore. This blouse I'm wearing, my mother bought it for me. Everybody picks out things for me. She gets all the clothes directly from Louisa May Alcott. Well, listen to the last recent of this blouse anyway. Well, Murray, do you realize that I feel more at home here after 24 hours than I feel in my own parents' home after 25 years? Of course, we'll have to do something about curtains. Oh, and I hope you didn't mind that screen around the bed. I just think it gives it such a nice separate bedroom back to that side of the room. And, oh, there are so many wonderful tricks you can try, really, with a one-room apartment if you're willing to use your imagination. Oh, Murray, I don't care if this sounds silly, but I was projecting a personality identification with the Statue of Liberty yesterday. Courageous and free and solid and mellow. Murray, I was here with you last night, and I don't give a damn who knows or what anybody says, and that goes for Albert, Dr. Malco, my mother, Aunt Blanche. Oh, we're going to do so many things that I've always wanted to do.
For example?
Well, I'm not sure right now. Oh, and that's wonderful, too. I'm thoroughly enjoying the idea that I don't know what I'm going to do next. Do you have an extra key?
What?
An extra key. Altman's is having this terrific curtain sale. I thought I'd go down and get some new
Well, maybe I better get you some money.
Oh, no, that's all right. Just the key. Oh, Murray, did we bring back any Cracker Jacks?
No, no. The only stuff we brought back was all that cleaning equipment. Now look, I know this place is a little dirty, but all that stuff for this, I just don't...
Murray, you better answer that.
Sandra, would you prefer to,
I have no reason to hide from anybody.
Good morning, Mr. Burns.
Albert, how are you?
May I come in?
Sure.
I called you twice this morning, Mr. Burns.
That was you, huh?
That was me. Miss Markowitz did not show up in Queens yesterday.
So?
Her parents are quite upset. I am quite upset. Where is she?
She's in the closet.
We're really all quite anxious to know where she is.
Oh, I'm not kidding you, Albert. She's in the closet.
She is in the closet. Why is she in the closet?
I don't know. She has this thing about closets.
That's a very silly thing for her to be there in that closet.
Don't knock it till you try it. Now, what can I do for you, Albert?
That's a difficult thing for me to believe. I mean that she's right there in the closet. You are not a person, Mr. Burns. You are an experience.
That is very nice. Nice, Albert. I'll have to remember that.
Actually, Dr. Markowitz is not the reason for my visit today. I came here in an official capacity.
You don't wear an official capacity well, Albert. Coffee?
No, thank you.
Oh.
Now, Albert, what can I do for you?
Burns, late yesterday afternoon, the Child Welfare Board made a decision in your case. Their decision is based on 3 months of a thorough study. Our interview here yesterday was only a small part. I want you to understand that I am not responsible personally for the decision they've reached.
Relax, Albert. I won't hold you responsible for the shadow you're casting on my floor.
For 11 months, you have avoided contact with the board, made a farce of their inquiries. You are not employed, show no inclination to gain employment, have absolutely no financial stability.
Look, Albert, I think
Months of research by the board and reports by the Revere School show a severe domestic instability, a libertine self-indulgence, a whole range of circumstances severely detrimental to the child's welfare.
Stop the tap dance for a second. What's going on, Albert? What?
It's the decision of the board that you are unfit to be the guardian of your nephew, and that action be taken this Friday to remove the child from this home and the deprivation you cause him.
You mean they could really... Where'd you get this routine from? Charles Dickens?
The board is prepared to find a more stable, permanent home for your nephew. A family with whom he will live a more wholesome, normal
Look,
time.
Albert, there must be a hearing or something where I can go
You
and make...
will have the opportunity Thursday to state your case before the board. If there's some substantial change in your circumstances, if you can demonstrate that you are a responsible member of society...
This is Tuesday. What the hell am I supposed to do in 2 days? Win the Nobel Peace Prize? They sent you here to tell me this?
No, you were to be informed by the court. But in view of the confusion which took place here yesterday, for which I consider myself responsible, I felt it my duty to come here and explain personally.
You speak like you write everything down before you say it.
Yes, I do speak that way, Mr. Burns. I wish that I spoke more spontaneously. I realize that I lack warmth. I will always appear foolish in conversation with a person of your imagination. Please understand there is no vengeance in my activities here. I love my work, Mr. Burns. I believe that you are a danger to this child. I wish this were not the case because it is obvious that you have considerable affection for your nephew. It is in your face, this feeling. But your feeling for the child does not mollify the genuinely dangerous emotional climate you created for him here. I admire you for your warmth, Mr. Burns, and for the feeling the child has for you. I admire this because I am one for whom children do not easily feel affection. I am not one of the warm people. But the circumstances do not mollify the danger to the child you created here. I wish you could understand me. I would so much rather you understood, could really hear what I have to say, for yours is, I believe, a distorted picture of this world.
Then why don't you send me to a foster?
I was right. You really can't listen to me. You're so sure of your sight. Your villains and heroes are all so terribly clear, and I am obviously one of the villains. God save you from your vision, Mr. Burns. Goodbye.
Hey, courageous, free one, you can come out now.
I'm sorry, Murray. I don't know what happened. I just ran into this closet, and when I was in here, I didn't want to come out. I'm really very embarrassed. I'm sorry, Murray.
It's okay, lady. Don't be nervous. You're just going through an awkward stage. You're between closets. Nick has to leave. If he goes, he goes. And my life stays about the same. But it's no good for him. See, not for a couple of years anyway. He's still ashamed of being sharper than everybody else. He could easily turn into another peeled and boiled potato. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Well then, could you like make a listening noise or something so I know you're there? It's like nod or wink or something, huh?
Okay.
To tell you the truth, it's probably a little better for me if he goes. This is a middle-aged kid. When I signed with the network, he stayed up all night figuring out fringe benefits and pension plans. And he started making lists this year. Lists of everything. Subway stops, underwear, what he's going to do next week. If somebody's not careful, this kid's going to start making lists of what he's going to do next year and the next 10 years. What if they put him in with a whole family of list makers? You know, I did not spend 6 years with this kid so he should turn into a list maker. You learn to know everything before it happens. You learn how to plan. You learn how to be one of the nice dead people. Are you listening to me?
Yes, Murray, I told you.
Well, stamp your feet or muddles. I just want him to stay with me long enough so I know he's not going to turn into Norman Nothing. I want him to know when he's chickening out on himself. I want him to know the extra special thing he is, or he won't notice it when it starts to go. I want him to stay awake and know who the phonies are. I want him to know how to holler and put up an argument. I want a little guts to show before I can let him go. I want to be sure he sees all the wild possibilities. I want him to know it's worth the effort to give the world a little goose when you get the chance. And I want him to know the subtle, sneaky, important reason why he was born a human being and not a chair. I'll be very sorry to see him go. Kid was the best straight man I ever had. You know, you tell that kid something funny. Not just any piece of corn, but something funny. That may be your money's worth. It's not just jokes I tell him he laughs at, or jokes he reads. Not set up funny stuff, but he sees street jokes. He has the good eye. He sees subway flops and crosstown bus humor, and all the cartoons people make by being alive. I just want him to stay with me long enough so I know he'll never be ashamed of that. And in addition to that, I like having him here. I don't want him to go. Help me, Cindy. I like it when he reads me from the want ads.
Murray, don't worry. The things we can do, I know the board and their procedure. The things that you can do to make your case a little stronger.
First thing to do is I'll buy a suit. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll buy a dignified suit.
Is there a job you could get? Maybe get your brother to help you.
Right.
Is there something that you could get in a hurry?
Yeah, one of them summer suits with the
No,
ready-made person.
I need a job, Murray, but we could just bring some proof of employment to the hearing, Murray. We'll show them, well, how anxious you are to change, Murray. We'll show them that you want to be reliable.
Put on a goddamn show for him.
Yeah.
Spectacular reliability. A reliability parade. Bands, floats, everything. Sandy, go to the file there and pick me out a tie. A quiet tie, but one that projects a mood of inner strength.
Quiet tie with a mood of inner strength.
Arnold Burns' office, please. Margot, Murray, listen. Oh, well, when he comes back, we'll tell him to sit down. Because you tell him I want a job. Now, after he's recovered sufficiently from the shock... Margot, hold on. Yes, quiet, but with strength. Sandy, that's the greatest happy laugh I've ever heard on a lady. Do that again. Thanks. You keep that, huh? I'll need that later.
Okay.
Margot, listen, this is what you tell him. You tell him I'm on my way downtown to buy a new suit. Oh, and a beautiful pineapple for him. And I'll call him in an hour. Okay? Thanks, Margot.
Oh, Murray, could I come with you to get a new suit? Oh, I'd love to get a new suit.
Sandy, gotta move fast. These shoes okay?
Yes,
Hey, look. Don't go away, huh?
I won't.
Say good luck.
Good luck.
Say you are a magnificent human being.
You are a magnificent human being.
I thought you'd
you'd
know
know
this.
this.
I'm feeling light. Headed.
Nothing more lonelier than a lonely little loony chipmunk. So won't you please come on along with me for a fun hour, because that loneliest, littlest, looniest chipmunk is me, Chuckles. God damn it, Arn, that's the intro Murray wrote for me 2 years ago. And it's still lovely, still warm. It's the way the kids know me, the way I say, hello, kids. He's a sweetie of a writer.
That was last year that he won the Sweetie Award, Leo.
Please excuse my little words. They slip out of my face every once in a while. Hey, Arn, you got my voice coming out of the speakerphone in your office, huh? Comes out like the biggest phony you ever met, right? That's how I sound, don't I? Big phony.
No, Leo, come on.
I'm getting sick of myself. Hey, Arn, you figure there's a good chance of Murray coming back with me on the show, huh?
Leo, how can I guarantee you something like that? I sent him on another appointment this morning. Let me tell you something. It was a pretty good offer.
Well, I hope he comes back with me. Funny bit, you being the agent for your own brother. What do you call that?
It's called incest, Leo. Oh, Mark, yeah. All right, send him in. Listen, fella, I got another call. Let me check
Right.
back with you when Murray shows.
Right. Bye now.
All right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Burns.
Good afternoon, Mr. Burns. Well, you certainly did get a new suit.
Yes.
Murray, how did
I
the
swear,
appointment go?
every time I come up here, the agency's got you on a higher floor.
Yeah, Murray, the
Next time
appointment.
I come up, you're going to be in a balloon. Look at this. 22nd floor. You can see everything. What is that? Oh my God, that's King Kong.
Oh, Murray.
It's on top of the Time Life building.
Hello there.
You know, somebody should tell that poor gorilla
Hello,
bastard
hello,
they don't
Murray.
make these buildings the way they used
Hello,
to.
Murray. Welcome to my office, and welcome to Tuesday even. Come on now, how did the appointment go with Enemy Stone?
He took me to lunch. Stefanos, East 53rd Street. Oh, Christ, Arnie, it's been so long since I hustled around Lunchland. It's this crazy hum I haven't heard for such a long time. 8 square yards of idea men, all busy having ideas. Eating away at their chef salads like it was Cracker Jacks and there's a prize at the bottom.
Yeah, Sloan, he was...
Sloan lunches beautifully. A killer, this one, Arnie. Notches on his attaché case. He used to be a yes man, but now he got himself some guts and he runs around saying maybe there. Seems he has this great idea where I would be a lovable eccentric on his panel show. This somehow led him very logically to his conception of God, who he says is probably a really fun guy.
What did you tell him about the offer?
I told him goodbye. I don't think he noticed when I left though. You know, he has this way of focusing slightly over your shoulder when he talks to you. So if you stay out of range, you don't notice when you're gone. He probably still thinks I'm there.
Murray, you told me this morning, get you any job I could. Sloan's offer wasn't so bad.
Sloan is an idiot.
Listen, Cookie, right now, you need idiots. You got a bad reputation for quitting jobs. I had trouble grabbing Sloan for you. Murray, was there some reason that you had to build up your own personal blacklist? You couldn't got blacklisted as a communist like everybody else?
Don't worry about it, honey. I figured I'd go back with Chuckles. Now, come on, he's ready to take me back, isn't he?
He's ready. I just got off the phone with him. Which reminds me, Murray, Leo says that he came up to your place last January, a week after you quit him, to try and talk you into coming back on the show. He says that right in the middle, you went into the kitchen and just left him standing there, started singing, "Yes, sir, that's my baby." He says that was your way of saying goodbye.
Honey, that was 4 months ago.
So what did you do? You just left him standing there. I wish I could have been there, Murray. I would love to have seen that. That must have been great.
It was beautiful.
Oh, Murray. I wish I didn't enjoy it so much. I know, sometimes I don't think I do you any good. Well, Murray, listen, no fun and games with Leo Herman here today. Did you understand? He's it. He's absolutely all we got before the hearing on Thursday.
I understand.
I am sorry that we could not have got you something better, kiddo, but it was no time.
Now, Chuckles won't be so bad for a while.
Murray, not just for a while. You're going to have to stick with Chuckles. I had the agency's lawyers check the facts on me. The most the board will give you is a probationary year with Nikki, a trial period. Their investigators are going to be checking on you every week.
Well, that's very charming.
Check in to see if you still got the job. Check in with Leo on your stability. Checking up on any change in your home environment.
Sounds like a parole board.
Margot, listen. Give me Leo Herman on speakerphone here today. His home number. Thank you. All right. He is waiting for the call. Murray, maybe he's not the greatest guy in the world, but he really likes you.
I have a way with animals.
All right, Murray. Please make that your last joke for today. Would you please? You there, Leo?
Right on. I'm down here in the basement, in my gymnasium. A lot of echoing. Am I coming through okay?
Clearly, Leo. Murray is here.
Murray, the wonderful wild man. Fella, how are you?
I'm okay, Leo. How you doing?
Oh, you crazy bastard. It's damn good to hear that voice again. You're an old monkey, aren't you?
You sound about the same too, Leo.
You're not the same. I'm more impossible than I used to be. Can you imagine that?
Not easily, Leo, no.
Murray, I need you, fella. I need you back with the show, Murr. We'll talk a while now, then I'll come over to your place tonight. Go over some ideas for next week's shows. It'll be great, sweetie. There's that word again. Sweetie, I said that word again. I'm getting sick of myself. Big phony. The truth, fella, am I the biggest phony you ever met? Right?
Probably, Leo.
Probably, he says. There he goes. There goes Murray the old joker, right? You're a jester, right? Some fooler? You can't fool with a scheduled show, Murray. A scheduled show with a tight budget. Murray, come closer. Tell me a secret. You're gonna hate me, Murray. I gotta tell you something, and I know you're gonna hate me for it, but we can't have the same Murray we used to have on the show. Who appreciates a good joke more than anybody? Me. But who jokes too much? You!
Leo, can we talk about this later on tonight when we get together?
It hurt me, Murray. It hurt me what you used to do. When all those thousands of kids wrote in asking for a definition of a chipmunk, and he sent them back a form letter saying a chipmunk was a what?
A cute rat.
A cute rat. I remember my skin broke out, something terrible. Some jester you are, fooling around at the script conferences, fooling around the studio. Now we're not going to have any more of that, are we?
No, Leo, I'm sorry.
Because we can't fool with the innocence of children, can we? My God, they believe in the little chipmunk. Don't ask me why I'm nothing. God, I know that. I've been damn lucky. A person like me should get $1.50 a week for doing nothing. I mean, I'm one of the biggest no talents of all times, right?
Yeah, Leo. No, Leo, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I know it's the truth, and I don't kid myself about it. But there'll be no more joking, right? Because I'll tell you the truth. I can't stand it, Murr.
We'll talk about this later.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Leo, listen, let me call you later on tonight and we'll talk about it then.
Murray, I want you should put some 15-minute fairy tales into the show. You've got your Hans Christian Andersens there, your Grimm brothers, your Goldilocks, your Sleeping Beauties, your gingerbread men, your Foxy Loxies, your legends, your folk details. Do I reach you, Murray?
Yeah,
Now,
Leo.
what I want in those scripts is this, Murray. I want you to give them 5 minutes of action, 5 minutes of poignancy, and then 5 minutes of the moral message. Race relations thing, world peace thing, understanding brings love thing. I don't know, shake them up a little. Controversy, angry letters from parents. Keep showing something to say. Yeah. Get some excitement in the street. Wild.
Hey, Leo. Hey, Leo, you know, someday I might show up with 11 minutes of poignancy. No action. And a 12-second moral message. And then where would we be?
See how he mocks me. Well, I guess there's plenty there to mock. Plenty mocking. Sometimes I try to take a cold look at what I am. Sweaty Leo jumping around in a funny costume, trying to make a buck out of being a chipmunk. Abominable snowman in a cute suit. But I'll tell you something, Murray. Murray, sit down for a minute. Are you sitting down, Murray? Murray, sit down! Good. Well, I'm going to tell you a story. Murray, on June the 3rd, I will be 42 years old.
The story.
And maybe
The story got tattooed to my skull. You know story number 12? The laughter of children story?
Shuffles.
The little guy I pretend to be
is
is
real
real to me.
That's real. Those children don't ask me why God. I don't know, but they believe in that little fella. Look, Murray, I do what I can for the cash monies, but also when I say it without embarrassment. I just love kids. The laughter of children, and we can't have you fooling with that, Murray. Can't have you joking, because it's this wild, bright, wild sort of child kind of thing. It's this very up feeling. It's all young, and you can't joke with it. You can't joke with the children. Those warm waves, that fresh, open, spontaneous laughter. You can feel it on your face.
Like a sunburn.
Like a sunburn. And it's a bright, Murray.
Leo! You're in a waste paper basket. Leo, wait, all right, hold on, I'll get you. Hey, hold on a second. Leo, wait, just a second, okay? Leo, hold on a second. Leo! Leo! You there? Leo? Leo? He's dead. He's gone, Murray.
Don't look at me like that, Arnie. I didn't kill him. He doesn't live in that box. Or maybe he does.
The man had a job for you. You dropped him in the basket.
Arnie, I quit that nonsense 5 months ago.
Murray, you're a nut. The man had a job for you. There is a hearing on Thursday.
A fool in a box telling me what's funny. A welfare board checking up on my underwear because I don't look good in their files, and I'm the nut. I'm the crazy one,
You
right?
float around like a balloon. People wait for you with a pin. I'm trying to put you in touch here with real things. With things
Real
you can-
things. Real things. Like this office you mean. Real things. Arnie, the world would come to an end. You'd find out about it on the phone. Pictures of the wife when she was still a piece 6 years ago. And the kids, when they were at their cutest for the office. So you're in touch all right, Arnie.
Murray, listen, just relax a little bit. Everything's going to be fine. You'll see. It'll work out.
Come on, Arnie, get angry with me. I just insulted you. Personally, about your wife and your children. I just said terrible things to you. Come on, Arnie. Have an argument with me. Come on, Arnie.
We'll call Leo back. We'll apologize. Everything will be fine. Everything, it'll be great. You'll see.
Hey, Arnie,
What, Murray?
catch.
There, Murray! I swear to you, Murray, King Kong is not on top of the Time Life building.
Whoa. Oh, hi, Nick.
Hi, lady. I came in from the fire escape. Mrs. Myers is right upstairs. I went there after school.
You do all this? Yes. Do you like it?
I think it's superb. I mean, imagine my surprise when I saw it. Where's Murray?
Nick, Murray went downtown to see Uncle Anna. He's gonna get a job.
Hey, no kidding.
Yeah, he'll be back to work in a couple of days.
That's terrific. That's terrific. See, he was developing into a bum. Yeah. You don't want to see someone you like developing into a bum and doing many things, right? You know what he does? He hollers. Like we were on Park Avenue last Sunday, and it's early in the morning, and nobody's out on the street yet. He just those big, quiet apartment houses. And he yells, "Rich people, I want to see out on the street for volleyball. Let's snap it up!" And sometimes he'd rent a crowded elevator someplace, or turn to me and yell, "Max, I mean, no more of this self-pity. You're 40. It's time you got used to being a midget." And everybody stares. That's a wonderful time. What do you do with someone who hollers like that? Last week in Macy's, he did. To tell you the truth, it's pretty funny. I think you're a very nice lady.
Well, thank you, Nick.
What do you think of me?
I think you're very nice also.
A very nice quality you have is that you're a good listener, and that's important to me because of how much I talk. Here's some laughter, lady. Would you like some fruit and orange maybe?
Oh, no, thank you.
Well, like, if you want to call your mom, I mean, feel free to use the telephone. Or if you want to read a book or something, you need any chairs.
I will, Nick. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you going to be staying around here for a while?
I might. Yes.
Has Murray seen all this?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Well, good luck, lady. My ship!
My God, I've been attacked by the ladies' home.
Mary, hi. Oh, thank you. What a nice suit you bought. How's everything? Which one of the jobs did you take?
Look at this. You started to get rid of the Edgar Allan Poe atmosphere.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, the place has an unusual quality now. Kind of fun gothic.
Well, it's not really all finished yet. The curtains aren't all up, and well, this chair won't look so bad once we reupholster it. And oh, Murray, don't keep me in suspense. Which one of the jobs did you take?
Well, I will now leave you breathless with the strange and wondrous tale of this sturdy lad's adventures today in downtown Oz.
Oh.
Picture, if you will, me. I'm walking on East 51st about an hour ago, and I decided to develop and construct a really decorative, general, all-purpose apology. Nothing complicated, just the words, "I'm sorry," said with a little style.
Sorry for what?
For anything. For being asleep, awake, stupid, silly, alive, eh? Well, you know how when you're walking down the street sometimes and you're talking to yourself and you blurt out a couple of words out loud? So I said, "I'm sorry." And this guy, complete stranger, looks up a second and says, "That's okay, Mac." And he goes on. He forgave me. I communicated. 5 o'clock rush hour in Midtown, you could say, "Excuse me, sir, but I believe your hair is on fire." And they wouldn't hear you. So I decided to test this out scientifically. I stayed right there on the corner of 51st and Lexington for a while and said, "I'm sorry" to everybody who walked by. "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir." Excuse me, madam, I'm very sorry.
Miss, I'm sorry. Well, some people gave me funny looks. But I swear, Sandy, 75% of them forgave me. Forget it, buddy, don't mention it. That's okay, man, you know, really. Sandy, 2 ladies forgave me in unison. One guy forgave me from a passing car, and one fella forgave me for his dog. Cooper forgives the ninth man, don't you, Cooper? Oh, Sandy was fabulous. I had tapped some vast reservoir. Something had happened to all those people for which they felt someone should apologize. You could walk up to people on the street and offer them money, and they'd refuse it. But everybody accepts apology. It is the most negotiable currency. I said I'm sorry to all those people, and they forgave me. They were so kind, so generous. You could offer them love, you know, and I bet they wouldn't accept it as graciously, as unquestioningly. You know, Sandy, I could go up on the roof right now, I bet you, and yell, "I'm sorry!" And 500,000 people would yell back, "Hey, that's okay, buddy, just make sure you don't do that again."
You didn't take any of the jobs.
Sandy, I took what I am, and I put a suit on it, and I gave it a haircut. And I took it outside, and that's what happened. I know what I said this morning, what I promised, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Oh, damn it, lady, that was a really great apology. You gotta love a guy who could apologize so nice. I rehearsed it for an hour.
Murray, I don't
That's all you can really expect from life, Sandy. A really great apology for the things you won't get.
Murray, I don't understand. What about Nick? What about the child welfare board?
Sandra.
I mean, if you don't like any of the jobs your brother found for you, then take any job.
Sandy, Nick, he's a wonderful kid, but he's brought the goddamn world in on me. Don't you understand? A welfare board checking up on me every week, being judged by people I don't know and who don't know me, a committee of ghosts. Give me a month of that, I'd be an ashtray, a bowl of cornflakes. I wouldn't know me on the street. Excuse me, have you seen Murray? Murray was here just a minute ago. Have you seen Murray? Sandra, I wouldn't be of any use to Nick or to you or to anybody.
It's had no effect on you at all. It made no difference. You have no idea what it feels like not to have any effect on people. I'm not a leader. I scored very low in leadership in 3 different vocational aptitude tests. When I point my finger, people go the other way.
Sandra, what do you...
In grad school, they put me in charge of the structured child's play analysis session one day. All the children fell asleep. I'm not a leader.
Sandy, you are a cute, jolly lady. Now, please understand.
This morning when you left, I was so sure
This
that you were
morning,
going to go.
oh, Sandy, you know, this morning, I saw the most beautiful sailing. The Skladal, big Swedish liner bound for Europe. It's a great thing to do when you're starting something new. You go down to the dock with all the well-wishers, and you see a boat up. Really, there's one almost every day this time of year. You go down there, and you throw confetti and make a big racket, and yell, "Bon voyage, Charlie, have a wonderful time!" Ah, God, it really gives you a genuine feeling of the beginning of things. There's another one on Friday. Big French ship. 2-stacker.
Murray, Nick will have to go away now, Murray. I bought the events for the Altmans. I brought you curtains. I haven't talked to my mother in 2 days. You go see a ship off. My goodness, I'm a list maker. Murray, I have to have enough sense to leave you. I know why Nick loves it here. I would love it here too if I was 12 years old.
Oh, come on, Dr. Markowitz. Hey, stay with me. Anything can happen above an abandoned Chinese restaurant.
Maybe you're wonderfully independent, Murray, or maybe you're the most extraordinarily selfish person I've ever met.
So what are you going to do? Go back and live in your closet? It's going to be very interesting, you and Albert guarding the Lincoln Tunnel together.
I think, Murray, that you live in a much, much larger closet than I do.
Oh, lady, don't look at me like that.
Really, so many attractive things you could do for the one-room apartment, really. You're willing to use your imagination. Goodbye, Murray.
forget your files. The management is not responsible for personal property. What did you do to my place? Where's all my stuff? What the hell happened to my place here? What do we got? Goddamn Sunnybrook Farm? What did you do to my place? Campers! The entertainment committee was very disappointed in the turnout at this morning's community sing. Now where in the hell is all the Camp Chickawatomie spirit? I want to say right now, that I've had...
Kansas, I can't think of a goddamn thing to say.
I didn't even bring a nectarine with me. That's pretty courageous if you stop to think about it for a minute. You know what? Turn the music off, please. Hurry, the music. All right. Now I'm a little slow, so it takes me an hour to get insulted. Now I'm insulted. You walked out of my office. It wasn't a nice thing to do to me, Murray. You come into my office like you were George God. Everybody's got to come audition for a human being in front of you. Murray, one day, today, you couldn't leave the dragons alone. I mean, and look at the dragons you picked on. Sloan, Leo, me. I mean, we're silly old arthritic dragons. You step on our toe, we start to cry. Murray, listen, I called Leo back, and I apologized to him. I told him the phone broke down. I got him to come over here tonight. He's anxious to see you and everything.
You just never give up, do you, Ernie?
Murray, listen to me. Do I ever tell you what to do?
All the time.
Murray, if you love this kid, you're going to have to take any kind of stupid job just to keep him.
So now you're an expert on love.
No, I'm not an expert. And I sure as hell value my amateur standing. Murray, about him leaving, have you told him yet?
Don't worry about it, Arnie. We'll figure something out. And don't underrate Nick. He's going to understand this a lot better than you think he is.
Yeah, Murray, I think I finally figured out your problem.
Oh.
There's only one thing that bothers you. Other people! If it wasn't for other people, everything would be great. I'm Marie. I mean, you go out to the street, you think everything's fine. But there they all are, the other people, taking up space, bumping into you, probably asking you for things, making lines for Murray to wait in, taking cabs away from you, the enemy. Well, watch out, Murray, because they're everywhere.
Go ahead, Arnie, give me advice. At $30,000 a year, you can afford it.
Oh, I get it. If I'm so smart, how come I'm not poor? You know, you better get a goddamn good act of your own, Murray, before you start giving mine the raspberry. And Murray, what is this game that you play going to be like 10 years from now without your youth? Murray, I can't watch this. You're going to have to shape up.
Shape up. Arnie, you got so old, I don't even know you anymore. When you quit Harry the Fur King on 38th Street, remember?
I remember, Murray, but that was 20 years ago.
And you told me you were going to be in 20 jobs in 20 years if that's what it took, till you got what you wanted. Things were always going to change. Harry said you weren't behaving maturely enough for a salesperson. Your clothes didn't match or something. So the next day, you dressed perfectly. Homburg, cufflinks, gray suit, the whole thing, carrying a briefcase and a rolled umbrella. And you came into Harry's office on roller skates. You weren't going to take crap from anybody. So now, that's the business you picked. Taking crap from everybody.
Murray, I don't do practical jokes anymore, if that's what you mean.
Practical, that's right. A way to stay alive. Honey, if things aren't funny, then they're only what they are. Then it's just one long dental appointment. Occasionally interrupted by something really interesting like waiting or falling asleep. Honey, if I just leave things the way I find them, then what's the point? Then I'm just making noise. I'm just taking up more room on a subway.
The welfare board has these specifications. All you gotta do is meet a couple of specifications.
Honey, you don't understand anymore. You got that wide stare, people stick in their face so other people won't know their head's asleep. You turned out to be a shuffler, a moaner. You want me to come sit and eat fruit with you and watch the clock run out. You start to drag and stumble with the weight of all the things you should have said, all the people you should have told off, all the specifications that aren't yours. The only thing you got left to reject is your food in a restaurant if they do it wrong. And you can send it back with the waiter and make a big fuss. Huh? Honey, 5 months ago I was on my way to work, and I forgot what day it was. And it scared the hell out of me. I was on my way to work, just like every other morning, on the express, sitting there in the dark, watching all the local stops go by. Empty head, my arms folded, not feeling great, not feeling rotten, just not feeling. And for a minute, I didn't know if it was Tuesday or Thursday. For that matter, it could have been any day. Any day of any year, just going through the dark. Honey, you gotta know what day it is. You gotta know the name of the game and the rules without anybody else telling you. You gotta own your days and name them. Each one of them, every one of them. Or else years go by and none of them belong to you. That ain't just for weekends, kiddo. And here it is, the day after Irving R. Feldman's birthday, and I haven't even congratulated him.
Hey, Murray. No, Murray, listen. Murray. God damn it, Murray, wait a minute!
So what's so funny?
I scared myself. You hear that voice? Look at that, I got you to stop. I got your complete and full attention. The floor is my gun. You think of a goddamn thing? Hi, Murray. I have known for a long time. I have long been aware that you don't respect me much.
Oh,
No. I suppose there are a lot of brothers that don't get along. But in reference to us, considering the factors. I made it sound like a contract, didn't it? All right. Unfortunately for you, Murray, you want to be a hero. I mean, maybe if a fella falls into a lake, you could jump in and save him. There's still stuff like that going on. But who gets opportunities like that in Midtown Manhattan while we're struggling to traffic? I'm willing to deal with the available world. I don't have to shake it up. I can live with it. Murray, there are people who spill things. There are people who get spilled on. I choose not to notice the stains. I have a wife and I have children. And business, as they say, is business. I know I'm not an exceptional man. So I can stay with things just the way they are. I'm lucky. I'm gifted. I have a talent for surrender. I'm at peace. But you are cursed. You think I don't see the torture of it? You don't have the gift. All I can do is worry for you. But I won't worry for myself. You can't convince me that I'm one of the bad guys. I get up, I go, I lie a little, I peddle a little, I watch the rules, I talk the talk. We fellas, we have the offices high up there so we can catch the wind and go with it however it blows. But Murray, and I do not apologize for this, I take pride. I am the best possible Arnold Burns. Well, Murray, you would please give my regards to Irving R. Feldman, too?
Listen, Arnold.
Murray, please, allow me once, to leave a room before you do.
Hi, Murray.
Hey, Nick.
Where's the lady?
She's not here right now.
Murray, I decided that since you were getting a job today, I made up my mind it's time for me also to finish a certain matter which I've been putting off.
Listen, Nick, turns out the only job I could get in a hurry was with Chuckles.
Chuckles, huh? Well, fine, just as long as I don't have to watch that terrible program every morning. For many months now, I've concerned with a problem. Murray, you're not listening.
Yeah, sure can.
For many months now, I'm considering different names, because in 4 weeks I'm going to be 13, and I got to pick a permanent name, like I said.
Why don't you stick with Nick? That's the one you've been using the longest.
Nick is a name for a short person, and since I'm a short person, I do not believe I should be putting much attention on it.
Come on, where'd you get the idea you were short?
From people that are taller than I am,
That's ridiculous.
sure, standing up there it's ridiculous, but from down here where I am, it's not so ridiculous. Half the girls are in my class are taller than I am, especially Susan Bookwalter.
Nick, you happen to be a nice medium height for your age.
So why is it everybody crouches over when we're around, huh?
Because you're a kid. Oh, really, Nick? The next couple of years, you are going to grow like crazy. You come from a fairly tall family. Really, Nick, you're getting bigger every day.
So Susan Bookwalter. So for many months now, I've considered various tall names. Last month, for a while, I considered Zachary. But I figured Zachary could turn into a short, fat, bald name. Then I thought about Richard, which isn't really tall, just very thin with glasses. Then, last week, finally really decided on a name, and I took out a new library card to see how it looks. And today, I figured I'd make it definite and official.
This is my library card.
No, that's all fake, it's mine.
It says Murray Burns on it.
Right, that's the name I picked, so today I figured I'd make it definite and official.
Nick, I'm very flattered by this. I really am. Oh, damn it, Nick, that's too confusing. Too many Murrays. Why don't you call yourself George? Very strong name there, George.
No, we made a deal. It was up to me to pick which name, and that's when I decided on Murray.
What about Jack? Jack Burns. Now that sounds like a promising
I like the
heavyweight,
name I
huh?
picked better.
Or Martin, or
Those
Robert.
names are all square, Murray.
This is the old lion's den. Hey, Murray! Murray! I think I hear the voice of a chipmunk.
I think it'll put on a tie, huh?
You could have called yourself Charlie. Very musical name there, Charlie.
Murray, there he is. There's the old joker, right? There's the old monkey. Oh, and there he is. There's the little guy. Look at here, little guy. Look what I got for you.
Thank you, Mr. Herman. It's a very artistic statue and very good cardboard, too.
That's the Chuckles statue. Look what else I got for you. I got a Chuckles hat, just like the old chipper monkey wears.
Thank you.
Now that you got the hat, you got to say the Chuckles hello.
The what?
Chip, chip, chipper monkey.
Oh, yeah, sure. Chip, chip, chipper monkey.
May I know your name?
It's Nick most of the time.
Most of it. Say, look what I got. 2 big bags of Chuckle Chip potato chips. You want to put these crispy chips into some bowls or something, and take your time, Nicky. Your uncle and I got some grown-up coffee to do. Kid hates me, I can tell. It didn't go over very well. I pushed too hard. Nice kid, Murray, nice kid.
How are you kids, Leo?
Fine, fine, but I swear to God, even they don't like the show since you stopped writing it. My youngest one, my 6-year-old,
Ralphie?
Ralphie. funny show every morning instead of me. Boy, have I been bombing out on this show. Murray, you know what it feels like to bomb out in front of children? You flop out in front of kids and I swear to God, they're ready to kill you or else they just stare. That's the worst. That hurt, innocent stare. Like you just killed their pet pup or just raped a turtle or something. Oh, Murray, to have you back on the show to see you in the studio tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful. Murray, you're the best.
I appreciate you feeling that way, Leo. I really do.
This afternoon, Murray, on the phone, you hung up on me, didn't you?
Oh, Leo, I was just kidding.
Murray, why do you do that to me? You don't have to tell me I know. I make people nervous, right? Who can listen to me for 10 minutes, right? See that? See how I keep touching my thigh? I keep touching myself to make sure I'm still here. Murray, sometimes I get the feeling that maybe I vanished when I wasn't looking.
Well, I'm sure you're still here, Leo.
See how he talks to me a little nasty. I like it. It's straight, it's real, and I like it. You know what I got around me on the show, Murray? Finks, dwarfs, phonies, Murray, frogs. Oh, no Murrays. The show, it's boring, Murray. Boring, boring, boring. Sleepy time, boring.
I believe that I left my files here. I came to get my files. And I have...
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, Chuckles the Chipmunk? Minnie Mouse.
Minnie.
You must be Mr. Herman.
Yeah, I must be. I must be him. Rather not be, but what the hell?
Well, I'll be on my way.
Attractive girl, that Minnie. What does she do?
She's my decorator.
Decorator. She's done a wonderful job. This place, it's great. It's loose. It's open. It's free. Wonderful, wonderful, crazy place. I love it. Hey, Murr, you must make out like mad here, huh? You know, how come I never seen this place before?
You were here last January,
You
Leo.
worked for me for 3 years. I never see your part.
You were here last
Wait a
January.
minute, wait a minute. Wasn't I here recently in the winter? Last January, I think. I came up here to get you back on the show. You wouldn't listen to me. You went into the kitchen and sang, "Yes, sir, that's my baby."
Leo.
I left feeling foolish, like I had footprints on my face. Yeah, you monkey. You're an old monkey, aren't you? You know what I got from that experience? A rash I wrote that something terrible. Minnie Mouse. You told me her name was Minnie Mouse. I swear to God, Mary, I think my mission in life is just to feed you straight lines. Fallout shelter. That's what you got here. Fallout shelter. Protection against the idiots in the atmosphere. Right? Free, Murray. Free. You're free, free, free. Another year, I'm gonna cut loose from the goddamn Chipmunk Show. It binds me up, hugs me. Finks, dwarfs, phonies, frogs. Two of us do something new. Yeah, something wild. New kind of kid show. For adults, maybe.
Leo, you said the same thing to me 3 years ago.
What do you want from me? I'm a coward. Everybody knows it. Oh my God. Did you ever see anything so immodest in your life? Bring a big statue of myself as a gift for a child. Oh, I mean the pure ego of it. I'm ashamed. Murray, could you throw a sheet of schmata over to something? Woo! Yummy, here they are. Gosh, Mr. Rooney's, look at your poor chipmunk friend. He got his mouth stuck. No matter how hard I try, I can't get my mouth unstuck. But maybe if you chipmunkies or your be happy chuckles, maybe then I'll get my mouth unstuck. You're supposed to yell, be happy chuckles.
Oh yeah, sure. Be happy, Chuckles.
Oh boy, you fixed me. Look at my mouth now, I'm all fixed. That's a bit from tomorrow morning's show. Now you'll know it ahead of all the kids in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
That was the funny part there, when I couldn't move my mouth there.
Yeah?
Yeah, didn't you think it was funny?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Don't you laugh or something when you see something funny?
Oh, just to give me a surprise is all. So I didn't get a chance to. So
And another funny part is when I jump up there at the end there, that's another funny part. And the finish on the bit. The finish on the bit. See, I got this big smile. Oh boy, you fixed me. No, my mouth is stuck the other way. No, I'm stuck the other way. Oh!
That's terrific, Mr. Ruin. That's all you have to do. Just get up there and do that, and they pay you and everything. Don't wait for the funny part.
That was the funny part.
Oh, when you fell down.
Yeah, when I fell on the floor here.
See, the thing was, I was just.
Yeah, I know, you're waiting for the funny part. Well, you missed another funny part.
See, another one. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Forget it. You just happen to know that bit is very... Look. What does it say right here? Yeah. What does it say there? Second line, right there.
Brown bit. 85% of audience outright.
No, this
Brown
one.
bit.
That's the other one. 85% audience. That's noticeably big reaction. Big reaction there.
Leo, you can try him on some sad parts. He's very good on sad parts.
As a matter of fact, I've got this pointy and tight bit that I do. Tears. 60% of audience right here. 60% of audience noticeably moved.
They left the theater?
There he is. Murray the Joker, right?
I'm 14. I can imitate the voice of Alexander Hamilton.
That's very lovely. Very lovely.
I'm Alexander Hamilton, and Murray does terrific Thomas Jefferson. We got the voices just right.
Well, hello, Alex. And how are you?
Hello there, Tom. You should have been in comics this morning. It's quite a special.
That's ridiculous. You can't do an imitation of Alexander Hamilton. Nobody knows what he sounds like.
That's the funny part, Leo.
You missed the funny part, Leo.
He had a terrible rash. The routine I did for the kid was funny. I was working good in front of him. I know how to use my goddamn warmth. I mean, I don't go over well with these odd kids. Here I am in front of them, in person, for God's sake, and he's staring at me. It's oddness here, Murray, oddness. Alexander Hamilton imitations, jaded jokes for old men. I mean, what you've done to this kid is a damn shame, a damn shame. The child can't enjoy little animals. It's a damn shame. The way you brought this kid up. Grotesque atmosphere, unhealthy. And you're not even guilty about it. Women, in and out, yeah. decorators. And he'd been brought up by a normal person instead of in this madhouse.
Hey, don't say that!
Certain freakish way of growing
Hey,
up.
you call me a freak? You call me a freak? Now take back what you said.
June the 3rd, I'll be 42 years old, and I'm arguing with a 12-year-old kid. Look, Sid, Nick. Humor's a cloudy wonderland kind of thing, but simple and clear like a blue sky. All I want is your simple, honest child's opinion of my routine. For children are too honest, but to be wise.
You know, my simple child's reaction to what you did is that you are not funny. Funnier than you is even Stuart Saltzman, who is my friend and is 11 and puts walnuts in his mouth and makes noises. What's not funny is you calling us names. And what is most not funny is how sad you are. That I would feel sorry for you if it wasn't how dull you are. And those are the worst tasting potato chips I've ever tasted. And that is my opinion from the blue sky.
There he is, Murray the Joker, right? You didn't want to come back on the show with me, you just got me up here to step on my face again, right?
That's no baby,
Listen,
no
the goodbye song? Your goodbye song? Getting out of here.
Nick.
Crazy people punching nuts here.
No, Leo, wait, Nick, now's not the time for the song, Nick.
Come on, Murray, we'll get your uke, play him, he'll go away.
Nick,
Yes, ma'am.
no,
We
no.
decided-
Let's put this down
Come on,
now,
Murray,
okay?
come
Now
on.
is not the
No,
time.
Murray, we want to get rid of him. God, Murray. God, that's a little stupid stabbing prick.
Nick.
Stupid stabbing.
Nicky.
Stupid stabbing.
Nick, we can't.
Come here, make a fool out of him.
We can't,
We
Nick.
gotta get rid of him.
Can't. I'm sorry, kid. Very sorry.
Murray, please get rid of him.
Why don't you go to your room now?
This is a one-room apartment.
And go to your alcove. Listen, Leo, I hope you didn't misunderstand. You were just joking.
I myself, I got carried away there myself.
We all just got a little excited, I guess. Listen, I'll see you tomorrow at the studio.
Yeah. Good to have you back, fella. You both hate me.
Nobody hates you, Leo.
I hollered at the kid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to create an upset. I don't get along too good with kids.
Don't worry about it, huh?
Murray, you want to come out for a drink with me or something?
No, not tonight. Maybe some other time.
Look, after I leave, you horse around with a kid or something. It'll make him feel better.
Yeah, right.
Murray, the routine I did, it was funny, yeah? It was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. It was just a bad day for you, Leo.
Yeah, it's just bad. Murray, you don't want to leave the statue lying around like that, huh, Murray?
No. There.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Good to have you back. You old monkey. You're an old monkey.
Hey, Nick. I could use a roast turkey sandwich right about now. How about you? On rye, coleslaw, Russian dressing?
Guy calls us names. Guy talks like that. You should have rid of that moron. Fool the welfare people or something. New Jersey or Mexico or someplace.
I hear the delicatessen in Mexico's terrible.
You know, I'm gonna call myself Theodore.
Well, as long as you don't call yourself Beatrice.
Okay. Fool around. Wait till you see a Theodore running around here. Another couple seconds, you would have been out the door. Why good chicken on me? What do you stop me for?
Because your routines give me outright prolonged laughter, Theodore.
$4.95 for the tablecloth. You leave it around like this. Probably a new tablecloth and already there's stain. You know, I think it's very interesting that I left my files here. I mean, that I forgot them. I mean, psychologically, of course. And when I analyze that, of course, I left my handbag at the automat last month and I don't know what. I think the pattern of our relationship is very intricate. The different areas of it, especially the whole goodbye area of it, and the whole hello and how are you area of it.
Hello, Sandy. How are you?
Hello, Murray.
Hello, lady.
Hi, Nick.
Can I help with any of that?
Well, as a matter of fact, Nick, well, I don't think the overall effect, I mean, the overall design of this place is really helped by all these knickknacks.
You mean the junk?
Yes.
You're not too good to the overall design.
No, if you could just put it in that chart over there.
Sure, lady.
Hey, you two. Now just wait a minute. Nick, I did not tell you to do that.
William Malcolm Burns.
Hey, now just wait a minute, okay? Just wait a minute.
Hey, Nick.
I wonder what kind of weather we got out here tonight. No matter what time of the day or what season, we got a permanent fixture out here. Twilight in February. You know, someday that damn building's gonna fall down into 7th Avenue so I can see the weather. What do you do?
I just spoke to the weather lady. She says it's a beautiful day.
Well then, everybody please on stage for the Hawaiian number.
What?
No? Okay.
Pardon?
Well, if you're not ready for that, then how about the military march number? Now let's face it, the last time we ran this, the whole Spirit of 76 float was in disgraceful shape. So let's try a little better this time, huh? Okay, please, everybody ready? Ready on the floats? Ready on the parade here? Ready with the banners? Grenadiers ready? Rough Riders ready? Cavalry ready? Okay, everybody, let's go. Well, let's go.
Where are we going?
Let's go.